Alright. Yes. Been a while, man. It's been a while. You know what I'm saying? You already know who it is, man. The one and only Tehuti, and I'm back. Alright. So now this video right here, man. Man, I want to deal with this Infinity War right here. Now this video right here isn't going to really be a decoding. Because the movie now, it's so dense. It's so much. You know, we're gonna go for some of this stuff, but it's so much. This ain't even really a decoded. This is a prelude, really. This is just a prelude. This is really an introduction to this because there's so much. You know what I'm saying? I watched the video yesterday. I mean, not the video. I watched the movie yesterday. Now, last night, Friday night, man. It was packed. You know what I'm saying? It was packed. But man, oh man, you know what I'm saying? I've got the shirt right now, man. We're here. You know what I'm saying? I want to deal with this. Okay, so now I want to talk about first impressions of this now. So now, just again, the movie was just so dense. You could tell that the movie was years in the making. You knew it was years in the making. You could tell it was years in the making. Just move this forward a bit. Okay, that was years in the making. You could tell it was years in the making. It was so dense. But see, my first impressions of the movie now. It was so action-packed. Because I watch it in IMAX 3D. Again, some of these movies now, IMAX 3D is minimum. You gotta watch it minimum IMAX 3D. So I'm watching IMAX 3D now. And there's so much going on. So much action. It's mad. So much action. Man, just the action alone is the reason why you gotta watch it. It's deep on so many levels. And we're gonna go for some of the stuff. Like I said, this is just a prelude. This is just a prelude right here. But just for the action alone, that's the reason why you should watch it. Just for the action alone, you see. So I was going to talk about some of the good points, some of the points I thought was missing, and then we're going to go through how we're going to do this, how we're going to approach this masterpiece. Really, that's what it really is. You know what I'm saying? We got to give credit where credit's due. That was a masterpiece right there, from an action movie perspective. That was a masterpiece. You see what I'm saying? That was a masterpiece. So now, you know, okay, so some good points now. There's some good dialogue in there. You know, good dialogue, a bit of comedy in there, a bit of funny elements in there. You know, I like that. You know what I'm saying? I like that. A good atmosphere. Everybody was laughing. Everybody's having fun. You know what I'm saying? Good dialogue in there, a bit of funny dialogue. But also now, I want to deal with the crossover. There's some good crossovers, and I think that's what made people want to really watch it. Like for me, I was going in there for T'Challa. You know what I'm saying? I was going in there for Black Panther. Obviously, I like Iron Man and Hulk and stuff like that. But I was going in there for T'Challa. I wanted to see Wakanda once again. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was going in there. I was going to watch it anyway, but even if it wasn't in there, but still, I was going in there for T'Challa. You know what I'm saying? You see. So there was some good crossovers. You see what I'm saying? Some good crossovers. Obviously, Shuri and the different Avengers. There's good crossovers and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I like that. Good crossovers are there. You see what I'm saying? But see, okay, I'm going to go for some of this stuff. Now, what else? So again, it's years in the making. So again, that movie like that, it carried over from all the other movies. You can't go, if that's your first Marvel movie, that can't be your first Marvel movie. You have to catch up. You got a lot of catching up to do. You see what I'm saying? You gotta go through the movies. You can't just jump into that. Well, you still can, and just for the action alone, but you'll be missing out. You gotta catch up. You gotta go to the Avengers 1, Avengers 2, the Iron Mans, the Doctor Strange, even the Guardians of the Galaxy. You gotta get into that. The Doctor Strange, Guardians of the Galaxy, Thor Ragnarok, Black Panther. You got a lot of catching up to do. You see what I'm saying? Civil War, you know what I'm saying? You got a lot of catching up to do, man. You see what I'm saying? Because that was years in the making. I could tell it was so dense. What else? So yeah, man, it was an excellent movie. Just for the action alone, you gotta watch it. You see. But now another thing I felt like was missing though was like, there was certain, I'm not gonna, this is spoiler free as well. This is spoiler free. Just said that at the start. This is spoiler free. Again, this is just a prelude, right? This is spoiler free. So I'm not gonna go into the movie right now. Let y'all watch it first, and I'm gonna explain how I'm gonna do this. But anyway, also another aspect of the movie now, not all characters got to meet. You see what I'm saying? Some of the crossovers which would have been interesting though. Some of the crossovers, they never actually took place in that movie. Not all crossovers took place. I think what they did was they split. I'm not going to break it down. I'm not going to go into it. I'm not going to spoil anything. But they kind of split it, and they had something going on over here and something going on over here, and two different and certain universe. They kind of split. I don't know why they did it. I don't know why they did it, but they did it for a reason. Whatever. But they split. So maybe in a sequel they're gonna bring them together. But there's certain crossovers that you would have liked to have seen, you never got to see because they split it and had those people over there and those other people over there. So you never got to see the whole crossovers. You get what I'm saying? And another thing, I felt like Thanos, yeah, the actual villain himself. I felt like he was a little bit, just a little bit OP. I felt like he was a little bit overpowered, just a little bit overpowered. I felt like, you see what I'm saying? Yeah, obviously he's a good foe, he's a formidable foe, but I feel like he was just a little bit overpowered. You see what I'm saying? It just felt like he was just so overpowered. You see what I'm saying? Like when you see some of the fight scenes, okay, we're not gonna break too much down, but when you see some of the fight scenes, they were doing so much, but they was barely even scratching him. You see what I'm saying? Barely even scratching him. It just felt like it was just a bit too overpowered. I felt like it was a bit too overpowered, but you know. But like I said, the movie is dense. You see what I'm saying? You can't really, like, when I left the movie, there was so much stuff going through my mind. Fair enough, it was late at night when I left. It was a late showing, but there was so much just going through my mind. I'm thinking, there's too much here. There's too much just to decode it right here. There's too much to break down right here. There's way too much to just do it in one sitting. You know what I'm saying? There's too much, you know. So now, yeah. So that's just my whole first impressions of the movie right there. That's the first impression. Again, it's a must watch. Just the action alone. Even if you're not into the knowledge, and obviously, but you guys obviously on this channel, you're already into knowledge. Just for the action alone. You see what I'm saying? Just for the action alone. Now I want to deal with some elements. I want to talk on some elements. But I don't want to, like I said, this isn't really a decoded right now. Because there's just too much in it. Too much. So now, I want to talk about the Infinity Stones. So now, obviously, the whole movie, that's why it's called Infinity War. Because basically Thanos now, he's trying to get these Infinity Stones. You see what I'm saying? He's going after these Infinity Stones. Right? And that's the whole movie's all about. So that's when my whole thing about dealing with the Infinity Stones, I'll have to watch it again and do a little bit more research into what it could be. But my first theory, before the movie even came out, as what the Infinity Stones could be, is because there's 6 of them, right? There's 6 of them. So I thought maybe the Infinity Stones would be quarks. They're quarks. Now what are quarks? Now quarks now, obviously in quantum physics now, or particle physics, you have obviously the proton, the neutron, and the electron. The electron is an elementary particle, so therefore there's no smaller particles that make up the electron. But we spoke about the electron in other videos, about what what comprises the electron, but there's no other smaller particles. But now the proton and neutron now, what makes up those now is the quarks. It's 2 up quarks, 1 down, and 2 down and 1 up. So I think it's 2 up and 1 down for the proton, and 2 down and 1 up for the neutron. Or sometimes I get it mixed up. I think it's either 2 up and 1 down for the proton, and 2 down and 1 up. Or sometimes it could be the other way around. But basically that's what it is. And there's 6 quarks: up, down, charm, strange, beauty, and I think 1 more. That's what they call them. Up, down, charm, strange, beauty, and there's 1 more. So there's 6 of them. You see what I'm saying? And then, again, they make up the proton. And then what makes up the quarks now? They call it the gluon now. And the gluon would be the elementary particle now. And that's what carries, they say, the strong force. You see what I'm saying? But I don't want to go too much into that. But anyway, that's the whole quark aspect. You see what I'm saying? That's the whole Infinity Stone. That's my first theory of what the Infinity Stones could be. And it does go in, and it would make sense considering it's the whole universe shit. It would make sense considering the quark makes up the proton and neutron. And that's what makes up atoms and things like that. That would make sense from that perspective, of a universe perspective. You feel what I'm saying? It would make sense from that perspective. You feel me? So, yeah, that would make sense from that perspective. You see what I'm saying? That's what it really is. But again, just the Infinity Stones alone show how much knowledge these people have of the universe. You see what I'm saying? It shows how much knowledge they really have of the universe. They know a lot about the universe itself. It goes to show they have a lot of knowledge. I don't want to go too deep into the decoding aspect, but into decoding it right now. I just want to, again, I just want to put a few elements out here, right here. But again, there's a lot of occult elements. I don't want to mention it right now because this is spoiler free. You have to watch the movie first. Then I'm going to wait for about a week or maybe a week or 2, and then I'm going to give it to you. But anyway, there's a lot of occult elements. A lot. About, destruction and death and this and that. It's just a lot of stuff up in there. You see what I'm saying? But another aspect, I felt like some scenes was kind of predictable for me. I felt like some scenes were predictable because if you watch all the other movies, because again he's getting the stones, and also actually another thing I want to mention. Also, if you want when you watch the movie now, just decoding the stones and realizing what the stones could be. Again, my theory is that they could be quarks, but we're gonna have to go more into it to figure out what it could be. But it also, I think there's a secret in the order in which he gets them, because he gets them in an order. We're not going to say what the order is again. No spoilers now, but again, there's an order in which he gets them. You see what I'm saying? And I feel like there's some secret, or there's a occult element, or there's a possible element to be decoded in the order in which he gets them. I think that could be a possible area to look into if you want to decode it. You see what I'm saying? You see. So again, there's a lot of occult elements throughout the whole movie. A lot. You see what I'm saying? A lot of occult elements. You see what I'm saying? But again, what I was saying as far as the predictable scenes, again, when you're dealing with the stones, when you already know what the stones do, it was like you knew what was going to happen. I don't want to go too much into it, but when he got a specific stone of a specific character, right, and when you watch that character's movie and you know what that stone does, you already knew, oh, he's just gonna, you already knew I knew what he was gonna do. So I'm watching the movie like he's just gonna, you know what I'm saying? I knew he was gonna do that because he got that stone off, So I knew he was gonna do that because he has the power of that specific stone. So he's just gonna, I knew he was gonna do it. And there's another scene where he got that stone, right, from this other guy. You see what I'm saying? He got the stone from this other guy, and that specific scene, you see what I'm saying? They was fighting him, and they kind of like I don't want to go too much away, but they attacked him, and he looked kind of weak in that one. He looked kind of vulnerable, but he looked kind of vulnerable in that scene. But then I already knew, oh, he's just gonna. I knew it, man. I just knew it. I've seen it. Cause I've watched so much, like, obviously different movies and different anime kind of stuff. I already knew he's you know what I'm saying? I knew what it was. Some scenes for me was predictable for me. You see what I'm saying? Some scenes were predictable. You see what I'm saying? But again, it was an excellent movie though, nonetheless. You see what I'm saying? Nonetheless. But again, so now I want to explain now how we're going to do this. So again, over the coming weeks now, how this is going to go down. What's going to have to happen is, again, because it's so dense, how it's going to work is this. We're going to do again, Occultism of Infinity War is going to be a Wakanda edition. Because there's just the Wakanda aspect alone. Again, it goes deeper into Wakanda. The actual movie goes deeper into Wakanda. You see what I'm saying? And one specific scene in the movie, like you see it in the trailers. You see what I'm saying? I don't want to give too much away right now, but you see it in the trailers. And how they have that when they go into Wakanda, you see like Wakanda's kind of hidden and have this kind of thing. It's kind of it hides Wakanda. You see what I'm saying? But in the movie, what they showed in the movie, that's actually a barrier. But they never actually showed it in Wakanda in the Black Panther movie. It never seemed like it was a barrier. It just seemed like it was just kind of hidden in plain sight kind of thing. And you obviously, those people who watch my Black Panther breakdown, that's what I said. But then I also said it could be something to do with another dimension. But that's actually a barrier. And that alone is so much stuff you can break down just from that alone. Again, but you're going to have to wait for that video. You see what I'm saying? The Wakanda edition. You see what I'm saying? But I felt like in the movie though, I felt like T'Challa, so I wasn't too disappointed. I was happy what took place. But I feel like I wanted T'Challa to have more of a role though. But I understand why they did it, because I feel like it was more of a political thing. Like, you've had your movie now. It's our time now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you've had your movie. You know what I'm saying? They didn't want to let him take the spotlight too much. So I understand that aspect. You see what I'm saying? It was still epic though, what he did, but I feel like they didn't want to take the spotlight. You know what I'm saying? What else? So yeah, so our Wakanda edition, and there were also going to have to be a Doctor Strange edition. Now, the aspect of Doctor Strange in that movie, that was deep, and what he was doing. You see what I'm saying? Because there's a scene where, or there's multiple fight scenes, but there's scenes where you have Thanos, and you have his minions. You have his minions, people who are underneath Thanos, and there's even some occult aspects dealing with the people who are underneath Thanos and what they represent. You see what I'm saying? What they represent. But Doctor Strange is fighting with these people, and it's just, there's a whole Doctor Strange element and his Infinity Stone. You see what I'm saying? Because he has a Time Stone. You see what I'm saying? And his Infinity Stone. So there's so much elements just dealing with him, just to decode with him. So there's a Doctor Strange edition, a Thor edition. You see what I'm saying? Because again, we don't want to give too much away, but even Thor had a role. So there's a whole occultism just to break down with Thor. So Thor edition, Doctor Strange edition, Thor edition, Wakanda edition. You see, so what else? Yeah, those are the main ones really. You know what I'm saying? Even an Iron Man edition. Because even Iron Man, he got some upgrades in that one. We're not going to break too much there, but even he got some upgrades. So we have to break that down. So, man, there was just so much. So much. Like I said, there's just so much. Like I said, it's going to be, like I said, we're going to have to do it in parts. This is the first movie where I can't decode it all at once. in one video. You feel what I'm saying? There has to be part to this, and you have to watch it multiple times as well. You feel what I'm saying? Again, this is just this is really a prelude. This is really a prelude. You have to stay tuned for this one. This movie is dense, very dense, years in the making. You see what I'm saying? Years in the making, and you can even tell from that it has to be a sequel though, because the way that ended, there has to be a sequel. You know there's a sequel, just the way it ended. We're not gonna go into it. There has to be a sequel. You see what I'm saying? But again, excellent movie, excellent. You see what I'm saying? Excellent movie. You have to go see it. Even just for the action alone, you have to watch it. But there's so much elements of occultism, the universe, everything. There's so much density in the whole movie. That whole movie is a course in itself. That movie is a whole course, a metaphysical, quantum physics, scientific course. That whole movie is a course. If you can break that down, that's a course, bro. You know what I mean? So again, it's a quick video right here. Again, this is really just a prelude. You know what I'm saying? Really just a prelude right here. So again, that's the end of the video right here. Stay tuned. Again, I've told you what we're gonna do. Wakanda edition, Doctor Strange edition, a 4 edition. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do this. So again, Thanos edition. You see what I'm saying? I left that one out. Thanos edition, what he represents. So again, just a quick video, guys. So again, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope this is good information. It's alright, people. Thanks for watching.